guys, it's Sable. I have to film this video super quickly because I have voice lessons soon, but I did want to pop in a video because this is like the only time during the day I have to film it. So I wanted to pop in a video because it's been 2 days and I said see you tomorrow in my last video, but it never happened. So I really gotta get on the grind, right? I just want to let you know that my posting will be a little bit inconsistent because I'm still new at this, but I'm going to try to make a pattern so that everyone who's watching can look forward to a video once a week or twice a week or whatever, how many times I post. Okay, so where are we? We just finished the first verse, we just finished the chorus, and now we have the second verse. So I wanted to talk about a fast way to write a second verse because sometimes, for me at least, writing the second verse is the most difficult thing ever. It's like, I have to think of a whole nother set of verses. So something that a lot of artists do is that they shorten the second verse. So if you're on a time crunch or if you're trying to just finish the song, you really like the first verse and you don't think there needs to be too much more added on, it's always a good option to not skip it. First of all, don't skip it, but you can shorten it. So instead of it being 8 lines, 2 phrases, it'll be 1 line, 4 lines, 1 phrase. So let's get into it. The second verse is very distinct and personally for me, I love the second verse and what it has meaning to. So you guys remember the words, right? Death, heartbreak, happiness, and relief. If you weren't here for the first 2 videos, watch them or not. You don't have to. You can still learn a lot just by watching this video. But so the second verse is really fun to write because it is basically more of a storytelling kind of. You can add more detail, more unnecessary detail, because the first verse is introducing what you're trying to sing about, what you're trying to tell the story about. The second verse is kind of just there to give extra information. It's to buffen it up. So you can really be creative and don't be too concerned about getting the point across because you should have already done that with the chorus and the first verse. And also the bridge is where like the moral of the story is in it. But right now we're doing the verse 2. So we're gonna do 4 lines. Now I want your first line to start with something like, I want you to talk about how, like, pretend time has passed. Because the second verse, pretend a couple days have passed, a couple months, a couple years, and write about what you're feeling now, right? Because with a song, you want to give as much information as you can to this person so they understand what you're trying to sing about. You can do a couple minutes, like just pretend time has passed, right? So think about how long this situation or person you were in a relationship with lasted, and think about the first verse should be kind of like the beginning, what the red flags you started to see with this situation, and then the second verse is more like, here we go, maybe after I broke up with this person, after they have died, after it's been a couple of weeks after the death, after a couple weeks with being your friend again, which is what I'm writing about. This is what you're gonna write about. First line, like I said, mention how time has passed. It can be like a few years ago, or like now that I have thought about things, or something like that, so people know time has passed. Okay, go. Also, keep in mind the rhythm, so when you speak out the song, make sure there's the same bulkiness in each line as the first verse. So this is what I wrote, now that I can see her. So before I'm talking about like, oh, I miss her, can't wait for her to come back. And then the second verse, I'm saying, now that I can see her. So now people know that she is finally back. Second line, remember, answering to that first line. So I said, now that I can see her, what now? Basically, people will be wondering, what do you mean now that you can see her? How do you feel? What are you thinking? What did you say? There's so many ways you can approach this. We've done this for the chorus and the verses, so I think I'm just gonna have you guys pause the video because I think you guys get the gist of it all with responding to the first line. Okay, so what I wrote was, this is the first line, now that I can see her. The second line, which is what we were just pausing for, what I wrote, I can rest my tired eyes. So basically I'm saying I stayed up a lot because I was nervous, I was sad, I was worried for her, I missed her. But now that I know she's here and close by, I can finally sleep peacefully. Okay, so the third line. Now remember how I was like, let's introduce the 5 senses. I want to do that again because it's good to talk about some of the senses, you know, as many times as you can during the song. Like really bring it up. So think about the sense that you used. For me, I used sight. So remember the 5 senses is sight, smell, hearing, tasting, smelling. So use something that you haven't used before. So I used sight, right? So I'm going to use either smell, sound, hear, or taste. So pause the video and put that in there without being too obvious about the 5 senses, kind of mixing it up and making it sound interesting. Okay. So this is what I wrote. I wrote, and to just smell summer's end. So this is the beginning, the whole second verse I've written so far. Now that I can see her, I can rest my tired eyes, and to just smell summer's end. So this is kind of what I'm saying. Like I said, I've kind of left people in the dust, like, what do you mean? So make sure the next line you write, so fourth line, that is supposed to, I don't know why I did that. So you're supposed to respond to that, right? So, and to just smell summer's end, what? So pause the video, write your fourth line, and we will talk from there. Like I said, we're responding to the line because it's very much a conversation with yourselves. Okay, so this is my whole second verse. Now that I can see her, I can rest my tired eyes, and to just smell summer's end, I can look to a new beginning. So it doesn't really rhyme, but to me it sits well, so that's why I'm keeping beginning. You don't, like I said, I would rhyme if you're beginning as a songwriter because rhyming is very much more easy and you know that you're doing things right. But try to be interesting with your rhymes, alright? So this is my full second verse because I'm telling y'all it's okay not to have a super long second verse. It's okay if you don't want to write the second verse because songwriting can be tiring. But also know that writing the second verse is super fun because you get to write extra information that you probably couldn't have mentioned before. So that's what I really like about the second verse. This is the full song so far. I'm just going to read it out. You went away so fast, but now the time has flown. I never thought to ask where the time all goes. Everything seems alright now, everything is rushing back. I see the smile wandering around, it's all I want to have. I will believe it when you're here again, and it will make all the worries run to the past, and this feeling will always last, and the hope, the smile, the love will be back. Second verse, now that I can see her, I can rest my tired eyes, and to just smell summer's end, I can look to a new beginning. And boom, then you would sing the chorus again or whatever, and then you would go to the bridge, and that will be the next video. I want to say thank you guys for waiting patiently for this video. I know I said see you tomorrow. I'm so sorry. I was not feeling good, but I'm back better than ever, and I promise you guys will see me soon, okay? Probably tomorrow because I'm really feeling great, and I don't really have anything going on tomorrow, so probably, but I won't promise you like last time. Comment down below anything you want to say, any advice, any critique. I would love to hear it, and I will respond to everyone. And also, remember, if remember to always songwrite. Remember to, if you get up in the morning and you have nothing to do, just write something. It's the best way to warm up your creative skills, and then the rest of the day you can live your day just really thinking through life and looking through a creative lens. Whereas you just wake up, live your life, it's a little less, it feels a little less interesting. But when you wake up and you write, you're kind of living your own way in your own creative mind, because you started off writing about something you wanted to write about. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys soon. I hope you guys have a really good, what day is it? A really good Tuesday, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye.